Welcome back to Monday Housing Market of 2020. I hope you guys had a phenomenal Halloween. We definitely dressed up a little bit because you know what? We're young forever. But I am jumping right into some really interesting facts, and we are going to compare week over week. Just the end of October for Hillsborough's on the left, Pasco's on the right. I'm going to highlight this in blue. Very interesting. So we're looking week over week, and for Hillsborough County, the active housing that is currently available is down by 2. Not a big deal, but what I really found interesting was the amount of houses that sold week over week has increased substantially by 182 homes just in Hillsborough County. That ironically decreased the average price of house sold, which in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, you're selling more houses. Wouldn't that increase unless the values of the houses were on the lower scale? And that just kind of really is the only thing that would make sense as to for Hillsborough County average price of house sold. Now, interesting enough, we jump over to Pasco County, which is where I live. One of my favorite places. I love both, so I'm not going to accept it is much cheaper to live in Pasco County. And these numbers kind of show there is some statistics out there that is showing that people are moving away from the city and moving into the suburb area. I am in the suburb area. These numbers are kind of showing that. So even though Hillsborough County on the left was down 2, we in Pasco County have an increase of active houses sold, only by 3, but it still is an increase. That also increased the amount sold. So over 118 houses sold last week, more than compared to the previous week. Very interesting to me, at least. I love numbers. That also increased the value of the average house sold up to $264,000, which is really interesting because if you look week over week and you kind of go up to October 12th to October 18th, that was a great spike at $267,000. I really would like to see back in September 14th, we had a huge spike of $270,000. But again, at 264 compared to 254 of last week, great numbers. It's a great time for Pasco County residents to sell, and also in Hillsborough County, but you're just kind of comparing week over week and what it looks like for the values of your houses. So great numbers for Pasco County, very exciting. And then I'm just going to scroll on up. I am looking from January all the way till October and kind of month to month, what has the inventory done. So looking at October, which I have over here in bold, you are down in Hillsborough County by 41 active houses. So inventory is getting even lower in Hillsborough County, which does make sense because of the holidays and as well as the number of sold. Comparing September to October, we are actually down by 4 houses. And then we're also up on an average of the house sold, which by 6,000. So not a huge jump, but it's just interesting when you have September to October and it's increased by $6,000. But then you're looking week over week and it's actually decreased by 11,000. That's a big difference, but overall it's not a huge negative thing if you're still looking at selling your house. You're still getting more compared to what you were back in January. So all in all, it's a good thing, but very interesting. In Pasco County, just looking over September to October, we are also down 17 units, 17 active houses. So we're not as, which makes sense, right? Closer to the holidays, lower inventory. So that does, but it's not a huge jump compared to Hillsborough. Hillsborough County down 41 houses compared to the previous month. But back to Pasco County. So active houses have gone down. The amount of sold houses have decreased as well, but the average of the houses that are selling are still increasing steadily. So you're looking October at 261,000 compared to the beginning of the year, and this was before COVID happened, at 220,000. So still a huge increase in the value of your homes. And if you are interested in viewing the specifics of what the value for your home is, just because this says 261,000 does not mean that is applied to your house. There are a lot of great houses that are way more value than 261. So reach out to me. My email address is right here, yourtampabay@gmail.com. Just send me your address and I will send you some comps and kind of a checklist of what you should be doing to prepare your house to sell for the most value. So feel free to reach out, whatever I can do to be of value. And thank you for tuning in to this week's Monday Housing Market of 2020. Happy November. Enjoy the weather.